What's up, guys? Look at me go. I finally have a camera. We are getting set up slowly in Dubai with the proper setup so we can stream and all of those things properly. But I want to talk to you about Bitcoin really quickly, because if you've been watching this channel all week, you will know that I've been waiting for a return to the initial high of the day that was set on Tuesday. Now, if I zoom out on the chart here, sorry, not Tuesday, it was on Wednesday. So from the false move week beginning, which I won't go into again because I've covered it a lot this week, but we had this W formation right here. And whilst we were in this W formation and following that, this initial high of the day was created right here. Price came back to create a higher low, which stays in line with the model at this point in time. But as we were retracing through here, a comment that I made was, it's possible that we only get one more rise back to this initial high of the day, and we need to wait and see what happens there. Now we can see here on these two candles right here, that was a return to this initial high of the day. And as I'm filming this right now, UK has just opened and it looks like UK is trying to break that previous initial high of the day right now, which is a good sign. We've been waiting for volume to come in for the whole week. The problem is the model works like this: the pattern, the timing, the levels. You always have to remember these three things if you want to trade this method. And this is what that looks like. The pattern starts with a weekend consolidation. Following that, either an M or a W will be created. This move here that creates the outside left side of the M or W is the Monday trend that follows the false move week beginning. Then price returns but doesn't return all the way back to the first peak, and that's what traps traders in the low here, or the high if it's an M. We create the W, which takes us into rise 1. We retrace or go into a board meeting. Rise 2, retrace, rise 3, which leads into the M formation midweek reversal. Again, if it's going the opposite way, it will be a W formation midweek reversal. The right side of the M is your level 1 drop, retrace, level 2, retrace, level 3, back into the weekend trap. So when I say the pattern, the timing, the levels, this is the pattern that we follow, which can be inverse if the week starts with the M formation. Now, when we look at where we are right now, we can see the W, the rise, the retrace, a rise. The problem is it's now Thursday, and Thursday usually leads to this midweek reversal right here. So if the start of the week of the trend is up, which it is because we've had higher highs and higher lows, then the midweek reversal can potentially take us down. That usually will happen in line with a news event. So it's really important to keep an eye on the news events, because that's going to help you to time when the pivot may happen. Just as a side note, the actual pattern, this pattern, sometimes it can extend into a 2-week pattern. So we don't automatically assume that around midweek on a news event, we're definitely going to reverse whatever trend we have. We have to assess at the midweek reversal timing if we've had our 3 levels and if everything is matching up to give us that reversal. And then finally, the timing on top of that as well is there enough time? If you do have more rises that are due, is there enough time for that to happen before a news event? So if we have a look at the news events first of what we've got going on today, the only thing we've got left actually for the rest of the week is unemployment claims. Now, again, this is in Dubai time, so it's about 4.5 hours from the time I'm filming this. By the way, guys, because I'm now set up in Dubai properly with my proper streaming studio, it does mean I'm going to be able to live stream soon, which is so good because it just allows me to get the information out sooner. What I need you guys to do is go to my Twitter, and you'll see here that I've just put this poll up. So because I'm going to be able to live stream soon, I want to know what is the best session for me to do that for you guys. Where will you feel the most value? So just vote on this here. Let me know, would you prefer I go live during the UK session or during the US session? And also be sure to grab the link for any of my social media from the description of this video, because there are so many scam accounts out there, and I just want to make sure that you get the right one. And with that in mind, if anyone ever DMs you and pretends to be me and says that I will invest on your behalf or ask you for money, that is not something I ever do. So just know immediately that that's fake. There's nothing I can do to get them taken down. So you just have to use your own discretion, be smart about that. So yeah, go ahead and vote on this and let me know what session you would prefer. Now let's go back to Bitcoin. So we know that there's a potential news event that may cause the midweek reversal. So now we need to see where we are in the levels. And And during the week, I talked about this W formation. This was definitely rise 1 because it broke the 50 EMA with volume. It went to the 200, then it retraced, and it was possible that this was rise 2. I'm now uncertain about that. I need more price action to be able to know, but one thing I can tell you is that this retrace, it was really a wide, annoying range, but you know, sometimes it works out that way. Within the retracement, we did get another W formation. Now, usually within a retracement or a board meeting, before they take off for the next level, you're either going to get a stop hunt, and that stop hunt tells you which way they're going to go next, or you get another M or W within the range, and it doesn't usually look this obvious, I'm going to be honest with you, but this was it, and here we are now. So now we have another rise right here. When I look at the overall picture, even though this followed the rule right here, it sort of does look to me like this might be level 2 rise, just because finally the volume is coming in, whereas the volume didn't actually come in here for it. I mean, look, when I say finally, it's still very shitty volume. Like, you know, look, I'm not saying we've got high volume, so just relax with your comments. The other day I did a video, I titled it, "Is the bull market over?" And you guys went crazy. Like, let's get a grip. Let's chill. If you actually watch this channel, you will know I have not been calling a bull market at all. Did tell you to buy at 15,700, but I'm not calling a bull market. So just relax. The video was about whether or not the sentiment is still there and whether or not there is still a chance that we can break this 31,700 horrible level that we haven't been able to do so far. So anyway, moving on, rant over, back at ya. Here we have a potential level 2. It does look like it's breaking now, which is great. We're in the UK session. The UK session, its job is to run a trend. That's what it's doing right now. It's running a trend. Will it run the trend until that news event and then US comes back to reverse it? That's what you have to watch for. So at the moment, there's no entry on this. You're either already in or you're not. There's nothing I can really say about that. When price is moving up to the right, almost in a vertical manner, there's no TA anyone can put out there. The only thing I can really talk to you about is potential targets if you already happen to be long. And we get those targets by zooming out and looking at previous unrecovered vectors. Now, I know I'm bringing you a lot of insane alpha in this video, but I want to interrupt for just 1 second to let you know about a deal that BitGet has got going on right now. A lot of people ask me how to on-ramp from fiat to crypto. A lot of people are having a trouble with that at the moment. I just wanted to let you know that BitGet have an offer going on right now for 50% off the fee to buy crypto with a credit card or a debit card. BitGet support over 140 currencies. So no matter where you are, you should be able to buy the crypto that you want. However, this deal does end on the 26th of July. So if you are looking to get some of your fiat money into crypto, definitely check out BitGet. There is a link in the description of this video. In addition to joining BitGet with that link, you will also get 15% discount ongoing off your trading fees. Not to mention, it's a great way to support this channel, which enables us to continuously bring you this free alpha. So be sure to check out the link in the description down below. Now let's get back into it. This whole range here is just not great. I probably would not include any vectors in this, but it is a key level to watch for. So we're not looking for vectors here, but we're looking for these key level here as areas of resistance that may cause a pullback. We'll go to the heat maps in a second, see if there's anything to add confluence to that. But this high of the day here that is marked on Wednesday is the high of the day from the previous day. So that's Tuesday's high of the day, which is sitting at around about 30,290. So that's going to be your first level to see if price keeps going from here. It's right at the 800 EMA right now as well, by the way. But we don't usually get a reversal in UK without a news event. So either this is just going to keep feeding up, or it's just eventually just going to run out of momentum and just go sideways. It's really only US that just brings that dramatic turnaround, or it can be the end of the UK session when there is a news event, which there is. So until that time, until the news event time, this is your number one target. If we can break through that, the next one is going to be 30,360, which is this previous high of the day right here. And if it does, that means it's gotten through these vectors right here. These doesn't have any vectors. This was the weekend trap right here. So we need to then zoom out further to see what else is going on. And if we get above that, we now start to move into these high volume area right here that was created on Friday which, as you guys know, if you watch this channel, fast move up, fast move down, consolidate to rebalance, also works the other way. Fast down, fast up, consolidate to rebalance. They're going to at some point come back for that. Whether that's right now, we don't know, because again, timing. They may not have enough time to do it. We do have a liquidation level at 30,624. Mind you, there are liquidation levels everywhere, but that is a high level one. But I'm not saying that's where we're going. I'm saying these are your areas to watch. 1, 2, 3. If we can get there before the next news event. Now, guys, if you haven't already smashed the like button, I'm not sure what's wrong with your fingers, but please do that. And also hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Smashing the like button nice and early in my videos really helps me get these videos around the internet. As you guys know, I'm a very small creator in the world of cryptocurrency, but I feel like I'm providing immense value. So if you feel the same, be sure to smash that like button and just help out the algorithms if you can. Would be highly appreciated. So the final question is there enough time for a rise level 3? So here where I've marked this dotted line, that is when the news event is due. That is really not all that much time. It's only about 4 hours from now. So if price were to retrace, like literally right now, maybe off the 800 EMA, if price were to come back for a retracement or go into a board meeting, it's possible that the news actually gives us initially the final level 3, or we get it before and then the news causes the reversal. So that's what I'd be looking out for. Just the main thing is when it gets close to news event times, especially like an hour or so, maybe even a little bit more than an hour before the news event, if you're in a good trade, protect your profits, move your stop loss up at a very least, take some profit. If you don't want to close the trade completely, at least do that, because things can get volatile, and if it sharply turns around on you, you're going to regret it and you're going to wish that you took some profit. All right, let's look at what's going on in the heat map. So see here, as I speak, we have at 30,250, we have shorts not particularly high, but they're there at 30,250 that could cause that pullback before we do get another rise. Here we go, they're rising to 1K now. So that will probably flash on and off as it gets filled. But if if price spikes into there and starts to retrace, then you have to look at the candles at the time to know whether or not that's it, that's all the levels you're going to get, or it's not pulled back very harshly and it's likely that it's just a retracement and will continue going to the upside. So if you are in a long, keep an eye on that 30,250 level. We do also have hopeful buyers down here at 29.5 still. But here's the thing, I don't want you to freak out about that, because you will find that on days of news events, people do put in big money, low level orders. I see this all the time. So I don't worry too much about this 29,500 kind of level yet until we get a stopping volume candle followed by an M formation. Then this becomes a target. But it's not a worry for now. What the worry is for now is, will this turn into a retracement or a full-blown reversal? So watch your candlesticks at the time. What will happen is, if it gets up close to there, price will hit into it. It's probably what's happening right now. Price will hit into it one time. You'll get some wicks, some candles with wicks at the top, and then it will pull away. The pull away part is the part that you want to watch closely, because how fast it pulls away tells you how strong this area is. And if it doesn't pull away with an immense amount of speed, then it may come back for the second attempt. And that second attempt is where you look to see if you get the lower high, which essentially causes the M formation. And that's what this would look like. So see, right now, we're not pulling away all that much. This wick was 30,235. So I should say that on heat maps, these are $25 ranges. So that could have hit some of those orders right there. But ideally, if this was going to reverse, you would see price pull away fast, then make another attempt at it, create the lower high, and then that's when you know you have an M formation. We don't have the pull away fast yet. So if we don't have the pull away fast, you could just go into a board meeting, or you could go into a retracement, and then from either of those you get your final rise. Rightio, let's talk about Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is doing sideways rises, which I go into detail on the types of rises and drops that you get in this method in our courses. So if you are wanting to learn this method in full, be sure to check out our website. The links to everything that you need is in the Traders Toolkit in the description of this video. So make sure you go and check that out and come and join us in the community, because we're trading this method together all the time. But to briefly describe it, when it comes to those rises and drops that I talked about in this pattern right here, these rises and drops, they can be stacked, which is when price increases as you get the levels or decreases as you get the levels. But they can also just just be sideways rises and drops. And that looks like what is happening on ETH here, because we've had the same level hit multiple times. Would you count this as 3 hits to the same level? Because that is also another part of the method, which I won't really go into just now. It's possible. Usually when it's 3 hits to a level, you'll find that the price is at the exact same level, pretty much within, a few dollar range. But here, these spikes were lower than this one. So it is tricky, because it may still count for the simple fact that the earlier wicks are lower than the following wicks. And that means that traders are trapped down here in these 2 wicks. They have not been released yet. So it is possible that this is 3 hits to the low right now. Again, lacking volume though. So this is what kind of worries me about the range. When you zoom out on higher time frames, whether you're talking Bitcoin or Ethereum, it really doesn't matter at this point in time. We're hanging around at the bottom of the range. And if we have a look at Bitcoin, again, bottom of the range. But the thing is, this could be on the verge of changing. So it could be that it's hanging around on the bottom because it's creating a higher time frame W before it shoots out to the upside. So yeah, it's really tricky to know which one it is right now. Like for instance, this right here, especially because it's held the 200 EMA, this could be a W formation right here, but still lacking the volume. So we need to really wait for that. And maybe the news event will finally bring that in. The only problem being is that you have the news event, it's Thursday. After the news event, you have one more session of the day, which is US. And then tomorrow is Friday, which is weekend trap day, which means you have Asia to trade, UK if you understand how to trade the trap, and then usually it's recommended to close your trades before US because they are moody. they can change it around. So when we look at Ethereum on the 1 hour though, it's quite interesting because it has held this level so much. We're at 1883. But the problem is you have this head and shoulders up here. You have a drop, you have a board meeting. Maybe you'd call that a drop. I don't really know. I don't really think so, not sure. But we didn't have the third one. So is it coming? And in addition to that, even though we've held this level, which is fantastic, we've also held this level, which is not fantastic. So until price can break above the 1917 and hold above it, you should still expect that this may come down even further. And you can see right here that this is the vector right here that price is attracted to right now. So it needs to get right through that vector, then change the structure for there to be a chance of further upside. So I'm probably going to adjust that level. I would say 1930 to be safe. If price can get above, retest, change the structure, then you'd be more confident that we're going to the upside. But for as long as we have not fully recovered this entire vector, there is a chance that we're just eating into this to rebalance that area and then, potentially coming back down. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you have learned something new, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button and don't forget to grab the links in the description of this video. Vote on my Twitter. Let me know. This is going to help you for the times that you want to trade. So let me know, would you prefer these updates be during the UK session or the US session? That's number one. If you're looking to buy crypto with fiat, check out BitGet, link in the description of this video. They've got that discount, but remember, it's only until the 26th of July. And finally, check out the Traders Toolkit because that will give you details on how to come and join us. Learn this method in full. You get access to all my courses and also the Discord community where we are doing updates for every session and trading together daily. See you guys maybe tomorrow. It depends how many comments I get and how many likes, to be honest with you. Like, make it worth my time to turn up tomorrow. See you guys.